Karens. Now, I'm very happy that I've never really gotten behind the term because I never felt right about the term. Not because it's offensive, not because it's a racial term. I don't have a problem with any of that, but because I never felt like it was accurate, or did I think it was a term that was made in good faith? And a lot of people, because this story that came out here with this city bike woman, and I'll get into that a little bit, but it's basically she was deemed a Karen in the media. She was deemed a white supremacist and all that stuff. And it turns out she was actually right in the argument, and the media was wrong, completely wrong, and deemed this woman a racist for no reason. And she was actually a woman who was just kind of, not even kind of, she was standing up for herself and standing up against something wrong that was going on. And that's why not only am I gonna, back what everybody's saying here, where they're going, hey, we got it wrong about this woman. But I'm going to take it a step further, and I'm going to explain why I believe the term Karen has been completely inaccurate. And not only do I think we shouldn't get behind it, I think if we do, it should be that we respect Karens. We like Karens. I think the world needs more Karens. I think Karens are actually good, misunderstood Samaritans. I think that's exactly what they're purposely misunderstood. Because just like this city bike woman, there's a lot of other Karens that have been, demonized and villainized in the media. And in reality, if you really break down what they're doing, they're standing up against, somebody either breaking a rule, breaking a law, overall just being a piece of shit, and they're calling them out for it. And I think the world needs more people like that. And I don't think any of us, especially us right-winger conservatives, should be getting behind this left-wing nonsensical term, because it's yet again more left-wing propaganda, in my opinion. So let's just play this video. This is where it all sparked. This is where it started from. I guess I'll just play the video and then I'll just explain what happened after.
No, record him.
Help me! Please help me!
This is not your bike.
Please help me!
This is not your bike. This is not your bike.
Please help me! Help! Please get off me!
Hey, what the fuck is going on, bro?
Please get off me!
Yo, don't not take it,
Bro, now you're not getting the bike, bro.
Man, now you're not getting the bike, bro.
Help!
You're not getting
Get
the
off
bike.
me,
I'm
dude.
not. Bro,
Why you took his phone? What's wrong with you?
You're not
Don't touch
touching
his
my
phone. Do not touch his phone.
I'm not touching you. You putting your stomach on my hand.
No, dude, stop. No, dude, stop. No. I said no. I said sit down.
Please help me!
She's just crying.
You're not crying. I got
Stupid.
I got
It's
your
my
video.
bike. I'm drunk.
Wait, you pulled it out? Hey, Hassan, you pulled it out? Hassan,
I don't give a fuck.
Hassan, you pulled it out?
This is my bike. It's on my account. Please move.
All right, so why don't we reset the bike?
I'm not resetting the bike.
It's his.
Reset it. I'm gonna pull it out on your account.
You are active.
Walk. I don't give a fuck.
This is my fake crying. This is fake crying. Stop fake crying.
Hey, stop touching me. I don't touch you.
Hold up.
Hey, stop touching me. Stop touching me.
Why don't you take this bike?
Stop touching me.
I will.
Exactly. So take
Fuck out of here.
it. So take it.
You're stupid ass. Fuck out of here. Dumbass. Your baby gonna come out with
Wait. How you stop crying?
Fuck.
Not a tear came down, miss.
My dick.
Not a tear came down.
Okay, so if you can't tell by watching it, obviously what's going on is it's one of these bikes that, you slide your card and you can use this. They're city bikes, I guess. That's what they call them over there. Over here in Florida, I believe they call them something different company, whatever. So what it looks like, and I'm not going to give these fucking thugs the benefit of the doubt and to say that there was some kind of misunderstanding and some kind of mix-up. I think they were just trying to steal this woman's fucking bike. They were trying to steal the money on her account. Not to mention this woman, and you heard her say that you're hurting my fetus. Don't know if, I'm not going to say whether or not that was true, but long story short, she was pregnant. So yeah, obviously, she's could be in some kind of pain or something, or more, more danger there. Obviously, more danger. But the fact is they're treating her like a piece of shit, and they're treating her as if she's stealing the bike from her, and then or from them, and then which, let's be fucking real, is highly unlikely. And I'm going to show you that it's not actually true. She proved that she paid for the bike. She came with the receipts. But yeah, these guys were just, I believe, trying to frame this woman for some kind of just what it became, a Karen moment. And Karen is definitely a racial term. I'm tired of people trying to pretend it's not. It was created as a racial term. But let me show you, before I show you this little post here, the bike Karen is what she's been deemed. I'm not sure if her name is out there, because I don't want to call her Karen, but she showed the receipts here. Obviously, it matches up with what was in the video there. That's still in the video. She showed the receipt that she actually paid for that bike, or she started the transaction. Obviously, she didn't get to finish it, so it didn't charge her any money because she got off of the bike and I guess ended the transaction. So, long story short, that was her bike, and they were either trying to steal it, which is more than likely what was going on. It's Manhattan. It's the usual suspects. And they were acting like fucking animals and savages with this woman. She's crying, and they're calling it fake tears. Now, I'll tell you where that comes from. It's where the Karen, what's the way I could put it? The Karen prototype, the archetype for Karen, is that they fake cry, and they are in asserting their privilege. That's the way they put it. And let me just read this actual post, where the original post, I don't know if this originally came from Tariq Nasheed. If you don't know Tariq Nasheed, he's basically somebody he's like a less educated Dr. Umar. He's a complete fucking buffoon. And he does nothing but push racial division. Every word he says is racial division. That's all he does. I haven't heard this man say one thing that isn't. If you're Jesse Lee Peterson fans, you probably know him. He was on his show. He gave him one of the Coon Awards that Jesse Lee Peterson proudly displays on his show. But Tariq Nasheed is literally the bottom of the barrel when it comes to race peddlers. He's just a piece of shit. So, this is his post, and I'm wondering, because now it's been proven wrong, I'm wondering if he's gonna, put out a retraction and not. I don't expect him to ever apologize, because that's just him being a good person and being a reasonable human is just not in his nature. So I don't expect any apology, but maybe a retraction. Maybe, hey. Is what? No, we're gonna get no. This is still a representation of white supremacy. She should have just gave them the bike on her account. Literally, that's the piece of shit he is. So he puts a suspected white supremacist. Suspected how? I don't know. What did she do that was white supremacist at all, except for stand up for herself? Is that white supremacy? Woman tries to steal a city bike from a black kid after he paid for it. Completely wrong. Completely a lie made up by the kid, obviously. Tariq Nasheed just bought in because he's a frothing at the mouth racist. He's fucking so frothing at the mouth, he just doesn't even fact check anything. He doesn't wait for any facts. Just jumps right on it. That after he paid for it, and when him and his friends wouldn't allow her to steal it, she went through all the Karen tactics to try to get the black youths hemmed up screaming for help, fake crying, mayo babbling. What a piece of shit Tariq Nasheed is. But it's amazing that the lack of self-awareness, one, and the lack of just understanding or even being able to look at reality. Like, in what world do you think a white woman is trying to steal a bike from a group of grown black kids? Kids. I don't think these are kids. Let's be honest. Look how fucking grown they look. Again, infantilizing black men, young black men, maybe late teens. Yeah, I don't know. Some of these kids have fucking facial hair. But yeah, in what world do you really believe that a white woman is going to walk up to a group of black kids and steal a bike and try to steal their bike from them? Like, it's just, you have to be a blind motherfucker in order to even believe that on face value. And I'm just saying, if we're just basing it off of like judging things from, you know, just based on this, as soon as I saw this, I didn't believe it. I don't believe she wants any problems with these kids. And yes, Lisa Marie, he really said mayo babbling. Mayo babbling, really. But again, I mean, it's just, I don't expect anything less from a piece of shit like Tariq Nasheed. But then it's the part of where he'll just go, he'll really try to sell that he's not a racist. And it's just because he doesn't believe he can be racist towards white people. So anything they say that's racist is not really racist in their mind. So, yeah, I get it. You know, it's like mayo babbling just doesn't offend me. It's just, to me, it offends me more as a fan of like comedy, where it's just a hack fucking joke. Mayo babbling, the whole mayo thing. Like, stop it. It's that again also is based off of a stereotype that's not even true. Everybody loves mayo. Stop it. Except for some people. I get it. You might not like mayo on a sandwich. That's not a racial thing. It's not a racial thing. Take it from me. I'm half a colored myself. Black people like mayo. She obviously works at a hospital. That too. She likely uses a bike every day. I mean, look, even if she uses a bike, if she was just using a bike that day because she's pregnant and she didn't feel like walking that one day, at the end of the day, it's her bike. She paid for it. That there's nothing else that needs to be said about that.